It's 5 lights. And it's lights out and away we go. We've got an early release ahead of Bigsy. Lucky Dog must have got a ridiculously early release as he's going between us. And we have to leave space for both of him and Bigsy on the inside. And we get the move done up into P4. But coming into Maggots and Beckett. So there's a car on the apex there. And we have very almost been wiped out as we cut the corner there, as we get a warning for no reason. Well, look how much he's closed up already on the exit of Luffield, and I suspect he's running lower wings than us, as you can see in the slipstream coming towards Cox. We're going to try and hang it around the outside. I think we've been a bit too kind on how much room we've given him, and we've had to back out there as we've run off the track. We're leaving the pit box now. Taylor has already gone past, as this is one of the slowest pit lanes, only 37 miles an hour. Now, at the end of lap 19, the gap to Taylor is almost 11 seconds, so we've got our work cut out if we want to get this podium now. We've got a good run through there, and we're on the power early. We've closed up to Taylor a lot, as we've got the DRS open now in the slipstream. He's going to the outside. We're going to head to the inside in towards Stowe. The braking board's gone once again, but we hit our braking point nicely. We still have to give him space on the outside there. We think about closing him off, but he's still there. But now coming into the Vale chicane, he's still on the inside. But can we make this stick round the outside? And I think we've got a move done. He has lost the back end there, and we have taken the podium here in dramatic circumstances. Hey guys, F1Master26 here, and welcome to round 8 of my AOR highlights from season 11 in the Xbox One F1 League. And we're here at Hungary, around the Hungaroring, and I'm sorry that it's been so long since the last episode at Silverstone, and hopefully I can get the next few races out very quickly after this. So now, coming to start our qualifying lap, this is our first attempt. Sierra Rosberg is currently on provisional pole as we break down into turn 1 there, just after the 100 metre board. Maybe took a bit too much curb, but we want to get the wheel straightened out as quickly as possible so we can open the DRS early, heading down towards turn 2 now. In between the 100 and the 50 metre boards, down into second. Some people choose to use third, but I prefer second for more turning. Flat out through turn 3 as we head up the hill to the end of the first sector. And we're down, but not by much, just 400s, keeping it between the track limits there, as it is very harsh on track limits. Keeping that corner nice and tidy as we almost run wide on the exit, losing the back end a little bit. Through the chicane now, taking quite aggressive line through the curves, but not corner cutting once again. Third gear through this corner, then third, shifting up to fourth through the following right-hander. This corner is flat out, shifting up to sixth, down to fourth, and then back up to fifth. We missed the apex ever so slightly there, but we're actually purple by 4 thousandths through the middle sector, so we can hook up a good last sector. Maybe we could get pole here. Taking a good line through there. We had to correct the turn in though, as we were going to cut the corner. Once again, a good line through the penultimate corner, getting on the power early, but Lucky Dog has now gone fastest, so there's no hope of us getting pole unless we produce an absolute banger of a last sector. Getting on the power early, up out to the final corner on the DRS, and we've gone third actually. But that ends up fourth because Midget has put in a fantastic lap at the end of the session to beat us by a tenth there. But that's alright. Lots of people not setting times. So Coldhead disconnected and Dizzy decided not to set a time for some reason. But that's fine. I'm sure he just wanted to give himself a challenge as we head into the race now. And let's talk about this track then. It's not one of my favourites. I'd hardly driven it at all before this race. So I was quite surprised that I had reasonable pace. And hopefully I can mix it in with the top guys if we don't get blown up at the start of the race. So then it's Coldhead at the back of the grid as he disconnected in qualifying. With Oasis in 9th, Cyril Hamilton 8th, Dizzy in 7th, Big C 6th, AOR Icon in 5th, myself in 4th, Midget in 3rd, and Lucky Dog taking pole ahead of Cyril Rosberg. The first time Dizzy hasn't got pole this season. I'm not sure why he didn't set a lap. I think he was just giving himself a challenge. But the game's telling us to do a 2-stop, which is the correct strategy this time. And we'll probably switch the prime and the option around as usual. But yeah, we'll be aiming to take these first set of options 10 or 11 laps into the Grand Prix. But we now have the lights on. It's 5 lights. And it's lights out and away we go here in Hungary. We've got a good start. And there's Cyril Rosberg fishtailing a bit. Midget got a fantastic start and he's up into second for the moment. Bigsy also got a great start. I wonder if there's a bit of lag there. I believe he was hosting this week, as we've got a lot of carnage going off there with cars going everywhere. And we've got a poor exit out of turn 1, which has allowed Dizzy to force his way through. We're down into P7 here, but Finch has gone spinning AOR right in there. But Oasis has also managed to go up higher inside, so we're back down into 7th. We're going to try and hang it around Dizzy's outside here, but we've run it off the track, so we can't really take that position, and Dizzy maintains it. And Oasis has gone absolutely spinning there into the wall, and unfortunately for him, out of the race, as we've got a stupid legal overtake on Dizzy, but doesn't matter because he's managed to get back past us as we head into the chicane here. As you can see, Oasis retirement confirmed there. So we're in 6th here. We've lost 2 positions off the start, but I'm not too fussed because it's a 35 lap race. It's a long race here, and anything can happen really. So if we keep our nose clean, we don't do anything stupid, hopefully we'll be able to maintain everything as and try and make up some positions later in the race. We've got Midget running wide there, and that's allowed Dizzy an opportunity, but I don't think he'll be able to get that move done, as Midget shuts the door on him there, and he has to wait till later in the race. So going to end lap 1, I believe Lucky Dog still leads the race, as yes he does, as we've now got Cyril Hamilton very close behind us. We can't move over because we might put him in the wall. He's lagging a bit as we head down towards turn 1. I think he just managed to outbrake us. It was very close as we get on the power on the exit, and he's actually managed to outdrag us there, so maybe he's running a bit lower wings than me, but that's not too bad. You know, Cyril Hamilton is very quick, so if we can just about stick with him, it shouldn't be a problem, and we'll be able to catch up with the pack again. And as you can see now, on lap 3, we've got Dizzy trying it around the outside again of Bigsy, and there's some more lag there, and that has forced Bigsy out wide, and that is going to potentially hand me the position as we're going to get the DRS now. Putting up into Rich Mix, we should have better straight line speed, and we get the move done there up into P6. So we're back into P6 then, and now we've got Hamilton, Dizzy and Midget ahead of us, so hopefully we can make some gains on them as the race goes on, as we see Bigsy having another look at us as we head down to turn 2, but I don't think he's able to get the move done, and that should protect us unless he is very, very optimistic and tries into turn 4, but we put it up into standard to prevent that opportunity from arising. He's still got pretty close to us, but we managed to take a better line through there and maintain the position. But we need to keep this middle sector clean and tidy so that he can't get right back on us with the DRS at the end of the lap. So trying to see the chicane, it wasn't the greatest to be honest, but it was still alright. This corner, however, we pretty much nailed that, taking a good amount of curves coming through the right-hander, and Dizzy's car has decided to absolutely blow up to the right there, and that's given us a legal overtake because of his lag and the yellow flags coming out. But obviously we're not giving the place back because obviously we got more than a legal overtake, and yeah, we got a penalty for that, but that was a bit stupid, and the stewards obviously removed that penalty. As we can see, Dizzy having a bit more lag there, so which has unfortunately led to the situation where the stewards decided that Dizzy's lag is just too dangerous and that he's going to have to be forced to leave the league after this race. So we won't be seeing him in Belgium. And actually Cyril Hamilton is in the wall there, and that is another result of Dizzy's lag. And well, it's good news for us because we can take that position. But yeah, just highlighting there Dizzy's issues with the connection, which is very unfortunate for him, as Cyril Rosberg comes into the pits at the end of lap 7. But yeah, until he can get those fixed, he's not able to race again. And at the end of lap 8, Dizzy actually setting the fastest lap on 8 lap old tyres, which is very impressive. Midget is in the pits, so we're up into P3, but obviously that's not net position as we still have to pit as well. But if we can make our 2-stop work, it could become a net position. But unfortunately on lap 9, Midget has disconnected from the race, and that's once again good news for us, getting a bit lucky today, and that's another huge rival out of the question for this race. That's 2 weeks in a row, and he's decided that he'll no longer be streaming the races after this week, as it was causing him to disconnect. Lap 9 though, and Lucky Dog was in the pits, and that's us up into 2nd now, and Coldhead up into 3rd, so he's avoided the troubles as well. So Mercedes 1-2 as we head into the pit lane at the end of lap 11, and Dizzy's come in on the same lap, so hopefully we don't get held in the pits, as Cyril Rosberg has already gone past us, as is Lucky Dog, who sets the fastest lap in the progress. So, and no, we've been held by a bit, but it's still a good stop. We didn't lose too much time, only a second. Hopefully that's enough to bring us out ahead of Coldhead, Indeed it is, but that could cost us a position on the track as we head now down out of the pit exit, and we're still in P4 at the moment, but as we can see, AOR Hungary or Finch has gone past us there, and so we're going to have to get past him at some point during this stint, as lap 17 now, nothing really happened during the stint, but Lucky Dog is now in the pit lane, as is Sierra Rosberg, but we weren't able to jump Sierra Rosberg, which shows that he's got the measure of us on his 3-stop, and he's probably going to win the race, which is not great for us, but nothing we can really do about that. Hopefully Dizzy's able to fight him for it. But now on lap 20, we've caught up to the back of Finch finally, whose tyres have pretty much died now, so I'd be expecting him to come into the pits this lap, but maybe he's trying to stretch it out for a 2-stop. As we now head through the final corner. I'm not sure if there were optional little primes there, we couldn't really see them, but we should get the DRS and we should be able to pass pretty easily down into turn 1, putting it into Rich Mix now as we pull. No, not quite alongside yet, but now we are, as they're actually option tyres, so that's why we couldn't really catch him earlier. He's taken them a long time into this race as we now move up into P3, which is technically a net P3 because everyone else has to pit once again. So we're currently in the podium positions, and hopefully we can keep it that way until the end of the race, as someone's been disqualified there. And I don't think they were having a great race anyway. Now, lap 23, Cyril Hamilton has been disqualified. And I'm wondering if there's anyone in the pit lane this lap. I don't think so. But I think we'll be pitting at the end of lap 24 now. Dizzy is sufficiently ahead so that if he does pit this lap, it won't affect us too much. As we now come into the pit lane for the second and final time. So it's going to be crucial as to where we come out. And the Coldhead has once again caught up to us at the end of the stint, so he could become a factor at the end of the race. We're going to have a quick look at the race director here. As we can see, Dizzy currently leading the race. I think he went option prime, but we're dropping to 5th at the moment behind Big C and Lucky Dog, but Big C has to pit again. I suspect Lucky Dog has to pit again unless he's trying to take his prime tyres 18 laps, which would be absolutely ridiculous if he manages it. But I don't think he will be, as we now come to the end of lap 25, and I believe Big C is in the pit lane, as we get a cheeky track extending warning there, and indeed he is, and we're up into P4, as we now come to start lap 26, and hopefully we can catch Lucky Dog, because it's now become apparent on lap 30 that he's not pitting again, and we're going to have to try and find a way to get past him, which should be fun. So let's have a look at where he's not particularly strong through that corner for one. So his tyres are obviously pretty second hand now. He's been on them for 13 laps, as you can see he runs wide there. Maybe we can have a look into this right hander here, and Sierra Rosberg sets the fastest lap in the race. Can't quite get the move done, and I don't think there'll be any chance of us getting the move done, but we're going to have a look around the outside of the final corner, but we've run too deep and that's given him the position back. But that's actually going to give us a worldie exit, so by running wide we've actually given ourselves a bit of an advantage, but I don't think we'll be able to get through. He goes defensive, we're going to go to the inside as well, and we'll hopefully be able to get the move done up the inside of turn 1. He doesn't give us much space there, and he's managed to hang it around the outside with the better traction. So this is getting a bit annoying. We need to get the move done quickly, because otherwise we're going to have Finch and Coldhead on the back of us, but I believe they're having the battle of their own as we head through turn 3 now. Getting a bit of a slipstream up towards turn 4, but I don't think it will be enough. And no, it's not. So we're probably, unless we can make a move into the chicane, going to have to wait until the DRS straight. But we've got a very good exit, so maybe we're going to try and run side by side through here. Indeed we do. This is very risky, but we can't quite get the move done. But we've gone for the switchback. Dizzy gets the fastest lap. Could this be an incredible move here, as we're going to try and hang it around the outside? And no, there's contact, we're spinning. We've kept it out of the barrier, but Lucky Dog has hit us there. And for some reason I decided to wait here when it was clearly not my fault. I don't know why, but yeah, I've let him back through, which is a bit stupid of me, to be honest. It clearly wasn't my fault. It's probably his fault, to be honest, or at least a racing incident. So we're now going to have to try and find somewhere else to pass him, and Finch is now very close due to that incident. So that's rather annoying. I'm still not sure why I waited, but look how close we are. His tyres are literally on their rims now. I'm sure they might even punch it before the end of the race. They must be pretty much red on the graphic, as we're going to have a look up at the inside into here, but we decide not to, as hopefully we can get the move done on the DRS straight. But he's run out wide there, but there's nowhere for us to go through. This is just infuriating for us. We can't get the move done. And let's have a look now. Can we get a good run onto the DRS straight? It's not great, to be honest. He's got actually a better runner. I think that's going to defend him into turn 1 here, unless we can go for a dive bomb, which I don't think I will. I'm not the kind of person who really goes for ridiculously late braking moves, and we don't, but we've got a good exit, so maybe we can get up the inside into turn 2. He goes defensive already. We're going to have to try and hang it around the outside if we want to get this move done, but no, we're not going to try and risk that. I don't think we would have got the move done anyway, so hopefully there's somewhere else for us to pass then. Turn 4 possibly. We're going to have a look up the inside, but we're going to back out of that. We're going to go for a good exit out of the corner. He's parking the bus. He's so slow up the inside of turn 5, and we've hit him. And we're going to have to get the car spun back round, but we've hit the wall, and now Finch has gone past. And that time, that was my fault. And I spun myself out. And this is bad now, because we're actually going to finish down in 5th place here behind Finch due to that spin, which is quite annoying. And I'm still pretty annoyed with the fact that I let Lucky Dog through there. But Dizzy wins the race once again, with Sarah Rosberg in 2nd and Lucky Dog taking 3rd, which is quite annoying, but he drove well on those tyres to manage to hold them out to the end. Luckily Finch got a penalty, and as our penalty was removed, we did manage to claim 4th, but only 6 cars finishing this week, one of which was Coldhead, who was a lap down because he got blown up by Finch's car lagging. But yeah, Dizzy wins from Sarah Rosberg and Lucky Dog, and I'll see you hopefully very soon for the Belgian Grand Prix, which is one of my favourite tracks at Spa. So I'll see you soon. Goodbye.